From the Detroit Free Press in the heart of the Motor City, it's Thursday, September 17th. Here are today's top stories.
Presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department. And yes, the Big Ten is back. After having their 2020 season called off, Michigan and Michigan State are back on for football this fall. The conference announced on Wednesday that it plans to play a 9-game season beginning the weekend of October 24th. 5 weeks ago, the league's presidents and chancellors voted to not play, and now they've unanimously reversed course. Why? They say it has a lot to do with rapid daily COVID-19 testing paid for by the Big Ten, which all players will have by September 30th. But don't be mistaken. Much of this has to do with the millions and millions of dollars the league and its schools will now not lose out on. That is, of course, if the games are played, which, in a year like this, is still up in the air. As for who will play who and where, that too is to be determined.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. Last month, the College Big Ten Conference said there would be no football this fall. And Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer said she supported that decision.
Paul, thanks for the question. I think, every one of us is interested in football. Every one of us is tired of COVID-19. I am too. This has been a tough time. There's no question. And I want to resume some activities that I would ordinarily be doing in the fall, like going to a football game, planning to spend holidays with my family. And yet, COVID-19 is still a very real threat.
On Wednesday, the Big Ten reversed itself. It said it will have a shortened football season starting October 24th. And Whitmer said she also supports that decision. In both cases, the governor said she trusts the universities are relying on the best advice from experts, just as she says she is doing in combating the coronavirus pandemic. The Big Ten said no ticket sales are planned, but it will be up to each school to decide whether to admit family members of players. Under Whitmer's current orders, outdoor gatherings are limited to 100 people. It remains to be seen whether that could change this fall, Whitmer said.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. A police standoff with a gunman on Detroit's west side ended Wednesday morning after one hostage was released, the other escaped, and the 38-year-old suspect fatally shot himself when he ran out of drugs and came off a narcotic high. The armed confrontation at a small white vinyl-sided home tucked among tall trees in a quiet neighborhood lasted more than 30 hours and involved at least 150 officers. Police said the suspect, Thomas Curry, was holed up inside his home with a pistol, shotgun, and possibly a cache of weapons. He had a swastika tattoo, called himself crazy, and claimed responsibility for killing 3 people earlier this year. Throughout the standoff, Curry made threats to kill the hostages and himself. The remaining hostages escaped while Curry was sleeping. The escape was the standoff's turning point. At about 7:05 a.m., police moved toward the house using an armored vehicle to peek through a window. It ended up taking down one of the house's outside walls. Officers heard a sudden pop and crashed through the door. Police said they found Curry's body in the house. The pop was a gunshot. Detroit Police Chief James Craig said Curry likely knew it was his last few moments of freedom.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, a reporter on the Detroit Free Press Autos team. Lincoln Motor Company is taking a page from Porsche. Rather than just be a car company, be a lifestyle company. And that's why Lincoln is now offering its owners for 1 year access to a popular meditation app, Calm, C-A-L-M. It has the sounds of the ocean or wind blowing through the trees. It has bedtime stories designed to relax you and help you fall asleep very, very quickly. This app can be downloaded on a phone and played in the car when someone finishes a day of work or heads out for a new day of work. Some Lincoln owners say that their children enjoy listening to these sounds and stories at bedtime, and it's helped the whole family. Two big names associated with the project are LeBron James and Matthew McConaughey. Lincoln says this is just the beginning of new and special things to come.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.